Hey everybody, quick video. So I was watching this documentary. For some, it might seem as boring, and I totally get it. Do you? Still love you. So, watching this documentary, and I'm just gonna play like two clips here, and I'm going to say this again. Not saying we're doing everything wrong. We're doing a whole lot of wrong. And not saying that they're doing everything right, but you can learn from others. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from people in your past. You know what I'm saying? You can learn what to do and what not to do. It's like, oh, that person took all their savings and bought, 50 G's in lottery tickets and still didn't win. And the money's gone. So that's gonna be a not what not to do moment. Okay, so you can see on the screen here is a picture of the Rothschilds. And it says number 2, passing the Rothschild mantle. And I'm going to this is pretty much directed toward the men. This is something, and I see it culturally, that I think and I'm afraid that most of our people in the culture don't understand. Sorry to tell you, we shall overcome. We're not going to overcome if we keep playing it dumb. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to overcome if you don't have the basics down. And the basics to building, majority is family, not building fatherless homes. So it says passing the mantle. I'm going to play this, okay?
As the mantle passed from Mayer Amschel to Nathan Rothschild following the former's demise, the family empire not merely endured, but flourished.
As the mantle passed, and it passed from the father to the son, it what? Flourished.
As the mantle passed from Mayer Amschel to Nathan Rothschild following the former's demise, the family empire not merely endured, but flourished.
We have a culture where everybody starts out on a job. Good luck with that. Everybody starts out on their own, a job, and then the one person that has a good job, how many is eating off that check? We're passing a mantle of poverty, and it's not working out for us. This is something that they don't understand. And I'm speaking collectively about the men in a lot of cases. And I know somebody going to come out with, you got 3 or 4 examples where good for you. When you look at the collective of these black men with wealth, they don't understand this concept. Now, they pass the mantle down to, I would have to say, non-black people, non-black communities. So if you're sitting up here waiting for some safety net to come, it's like those people in New York and in Chicago. You voted for these black men. No offense intended. The black men you have children by in your personal life, how has that benefited you? I'm just saying. And the same ones you voted for, how has it benefited you? It is what it is. So I think it's going to be up for the collective of black women to pick up the mantle and start trying to build. Leave it to my son, it's going to probably go wrong if he's not industrious, and most aren't. Now, here is something that they don't understand. Here we go. Listen to this.
Study of their initial rise to wealth.
So they're talking about
proceed from there.
A study of their initial rise to wealth, and this is something that's back in the day, sweetie. They do this still today. I see it. Again, with one of these family getting cahoots who want to become friends, they will be doing a background check on you. They will be doing a credit check on you. Okay? So listen to this. And I thought about it. Some black women have this mentality. That's why they ask questions, just a simple question. But when they do, oh, she's a gold digger, she's a gold digger. No, because a lot of black women, we have intelligence. I'm not talking about some ratchet baby mama from the hood, or you know what I'm saying, that deals with thuggery to see the poverty deed. So, black women, they often ask questions about men. A simple thing, does he have a job? That's the qualifier. What do you do? And she's attacked as a gold digger. Why? That lets you know the community as a collective. I think so many they're backwards. But black women do that. Why? Because they're smart. Listen to this, okay? I need for them. Maybe black men can get this part. Because most of the time, when they pick up something, they get some money. Listen, it's hardly ever some rich white woman. It's more than likely under the floorboards Billy or just an everyday gal trying to make it. She don't come from money because if she did, she wouldn't be with him. Here we go.
In the world of old money, that is, wealth passed down through multiple generations in a family, there can be a lot of superlatives attached to this enigmatic sect of human society. Old money families are the most powerful, the most discreet, the hardest to get into. And yet,
The most discreet. I'm sorry. Most, when they get some money, look at Mayweather. And he has wealth that I will probably never see. But look at Mayweather. We love for a show. We love for a show. Are we in a car with a suitcase for the hood to see? What you doing for the hood? I know he's obviously, based on what I've seen, faced some reading challenges. What are you building for the hood? Aside, so you want to be a rich Negro like me, wealthy as all get out, but still got a hood mentality. He may be a king to the hood, but in a room of old money, I'm sorry, he'll be nervous as hell. Because I'm sorry, in my opinion, he can't hold his own. It's gonna have to be somebody there holding his hand. Put Money Mayweather, whatever his little name is. Let's put Big Daddy Dollars in a room with Jamie Dimon, David Simon. Let's put you in a room with them. I would pay if I could afford it to give me a ticket because I got to see this. Let me hear you talk about something more than sports. He can't, I'm sorry, in my opinion, he can't hold his own with that. Are you kidding me? He can't hold his own intellectually. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. I mean, look at the Breakfast Club interview. He was stuttering just to read that statement. That's why I feel to read out the Cat in the Hat book. Oh, money is loud. They want to show you suitcases and all this money laid out and look at me, I'm up in the club. Oh, money is loud. No, it says, oh, money is what? Discreet? This is part they'll never get. It says money talk, wealth whispers. I say hood is loud.
relatives attached to this enigmatic sect of human society. Old money families are the most powerful, the most discreet, the hardest to get into.
Now, the hardest to get into. So that right there, they're not trying to want you to see what all they got. Why? Because they have something. Look at me. Look at me. We have what I do believe is a valid ghetto rich. Can be rich worth millions of dollars and what they say and still ghetto. What are you doing? What's your legacy? Aside from leaving it to a non-black culture, what is your legacy? What's your footprint? Besides a lot of pictures on IG with you with a whole lot of money. It also says it's hard to get into. They, and I guess I'm speaking of black men, a lot of them don't have that mentality. All it takes is, if it's a big bud and non-black, oh, it's on. Anything dipped in non-black skin. And that tells you they need a side console. It seems to me I can only imagine a self-esteem problem. Anybody can get in if they're wrapped in the right skin. It's all right, it's all right. JBW moment, JBW, just be white. As I said, you can't overcome if you keep on playing dumb. You can't. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. This is basic. I thought about it. I said, well, I wonder how many of them, when they're dating one, are they doing a background check? I don't mean to see IG what her rear end looks like. What do you do? It is like I said to a friend of mine. It is a difference in day and night. It is like sometimes love my peace, but you look, and we can have a difference of opinion, but you look at Blackistan. It's just like living in a totally different world, a totally different environment. I'm serious. It's unbelievable. The contrast, the juxtaposition is totally different and not in a good way. And time somebody had a conversation, you ready to attack, 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 attack. Like some now, oh, they were looking at me all crazy. Now you mad at Biden. You were? Why you mad at Biden? Because you had your good paying job under Trump. The stock market that you had your money in, your 401k, and it was up, up, up and away. Trust me, I know. And you haven't fully recovered. You mad at Biden, all the taxes and all that? Uh-huh. More taxes out your check for some still working. Were you paying that? But trying to talk to him, not about an emotional decision, not about emotional. Do I agree with everything Donald Trump says? Hell to the no. But trying to talk to him, hey, it's a business decision. Life is business. Might want to get acclimated to it. Me, I vote my personal interest, and my personal interest is my financial well-being. I survive making a living off Wall Street. That's where my money comes from. It doesn't come from I got to go here and clock in on a job. And of course, I've got some small businesses, so I am self-employed. But the main money that I make is on Wall Street. That's how the tax returns show it. Trust and believe. Oh no! Now you sit up here on some friends. You worried about everybody at the border, or they worried about you? And now we're getting to the point. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm not going. I'm not going to vote for Biden. And that is your right. But see, here's the thing about it. We can't even have a conversation. Some people will say, oh, you always trying to talk about somebody because the person is white. Well, no offense intended. I'm looking at the power structure. There are even black people. Have you seen that movie, seen that show? I love it, called Weber the Book, and it's the show The Black Hamptons. And I love me some Vanessa on the show. So when like Black China came in and she had spent the night with the woman's son and came down in that party dress, and the mother just let her know, you don't um come to a mother's table with the same party dress on that you had on last night. I mean, it's obvious that you spent the night, and this is your first introduction as somebody who spent the night. Why? You got the same party clothes on from last night, and you just come on down for breakfast. It's just tacky. It's really tacky. You don't know. If anything, with the walk of shame, you're trying to get to know the person. You just met her son, spent the night. Recently met him. Uh, you want to kind of sneak out and kind of go home. You know what I mean? And meet her in a different set. Not to say, oh yeah, but your son last night and I spent the night. No. And she was very arrogant to the woman. Why is that? She didn't already know. She has her opinion about her. Her character on the show. Don't want you in. Because she, in her mind, her perception of her character, oh no, loud and wretched, why, might see her as a liability. A family meeting, he closed her secret with her. She might open up her mouth to a competitor. Next thing you know, things go awry. That's the reason for that. So it's things like that. We just let everybody in because we're in a press group, I think, and we want some friends. You want to think everybody love me, everybody love me. No, they don't. Everybody love me, everybody love me. No, they won't. And like I said before, when black women, they can ask a man, what he does for a living. Oh, she's a gold digger. She's a gold digger. No, that's how intelligence does. We want to see, sweetie, are you worth my time? If I was single, I sure as heck do want to know. I'm not trying to hear, well, I've been unemployed for the past 5 or 10 years, and you must be a trustafarian, and goodbye. So if you notice, the point is, I hate to say this, like I thought about that. A black woman can simply ask, and I've seen this, a black man, does he has a job? She's a gold digger, she's a gold digger. No, those women understand business, they value themselves. They need to see if you are worth sharing their oxygen, being in the same space as her, to see if you are worthy. Who wants a deadbeat? Are you married? Been married? How many kids? Why? That's a person, a woman that values herself and doesn't just let anybody in. But trust, in this culture, what will they do? They'll go on attack, do the exact opposite. Black women doing it, they have intelligence. Again, one more time in closing. Listen to what it says.
To wealth, and then proceed from there. In the world of old money, that is, wealth passed down through multiple generations in a family, there can be a lot of superlatives attached to this enigmatic sect of human society. Old money families are the most powerful, the most discreet, the hardest to get into.
Most discreet. Not always want to flash. Most hardest to get into. That's a concept it, that most don't understand. Oh, especially the men, in my opinion. Again, a black woman can merely ask about him having a job and she'll be attacked as a gold digger for having standards. That's why this group cannot propel itself out of poverty. The men aren't going to build, they'll build for other communities. And what you want to bet, when the money goes to other communities, guess what? They can build generational poverty. So I hate to tell you, your wealth gap. Brookings Institute is not lying. Your wealth gap. You can look at your men and you can look at women that want to continue to carry the seed of poverty. D. Women just let any kind of man into your life, having children by any kind of man to get a check. You don't get it, baby. Just let anybody in. A lot of black women are single. Why? They don't want to just let anybody in. And some of the same ones trying to shame, well, you ain't got no man, you by yourself. I bet she's more than likely disease free and drama free, and she has a better chance to continue to breathe. So keep that in mind. It's like I said, it's a difference in day and night. Oh, money is the scream. We wanna be loud and hey, twerking over here, hey, shaking your booty today. Yeah, look at me, got all this champagne popping, and I got all this money dropping. Yeah, look at me. What are we passing down? A mantle of foolishness and poverty. This is something I'm afraid the collective will never understand. We just let anybody in, especially the men. Anybody that's non-black, anybody come in. WG at its best. I thought about it. From Aretha Franklin, Prince, Wendy Williams, you have people that don't look like them, not related, have basically got to come up, amass wealth. Why? The ignorance of our people. Think about it. The guardianship, man, the lawyers, the probate, they're getting more money than the family members. Passing down a mantle of poverty, it's ridiculous. Look at all the black men before. Oh, they some billionaires, and what's the guy? Oh my God, that does that show? Uh, what's his name? Oh, I can see his face right now because he did. I just cannot think of his name. He actually, I'm gonna try to Google this real quick. He ended up actually, I believe he sued McDonald's, I believe, and he sued some other outlets for not letting him in. Let's see here. And he won. Yep. He won. He's won some lawsuits. How did it benefit Byron Allen? How did it benefit the black community? Byron Allen. And they're like, oh, well, it's so funny. The black women he wanted didn't want them. I don't always believe that because when I see black men in this community, child, they are considered the queen, most protected. So he's worth $900 million. He was worth 110 million in 2000. 2023, he's worth $900 million. Where's he passing the mantle to? And I seen people say, oh, well, that's his wife and he has a right. That's what I want black women to understand. So he's passing a mantle. It'll go to his wife, of course, and children. And they're not going to align themselves with the BC. I mean, seriously, in my opinion, seriously. So, black women, care to see the poverty? What kind of mantle are you passing down to you, your sons, and your daughters? What's the main men passing down to you? Seed of poverty, D. But they can pass down wealth to others. So this right here, it's going to be up to the women because either they don't get it or they do get it. They just don't want to give it to you, to their own. I think the self hatred is kind of strong. I really do believe so. So this here, thought about it. Difference in day and night. They just let anybody in as long as they show up in the other color skin. So they can be millionaires worth millions of dollars, like your dude Mayweather, hood rich. I got the suitcase with all this money, and I'm gonna go see where I want the hood to see. Okay, they see that, and only small-minded people can relate to that. Ah, oh, look at that! Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. A mantle of ignorance, and it's sad. So let me know what you all think. I saw that, and again, I said, well, it's just a difference. And I mean, again, in real life today, this happens. I learned that I already did. They somebody who's worth, you still be friends, worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. Yes, I already got a credit check on you and background check. That's how I found out. I was like, okay, that's what they do. Protect the wealth. But the part when he said, pass it down to the son and it grew, and what is passing down poverty to our children. And when he said, very discreet. Now we got to be hood up in these streets, very discreet and hard to get in. As long as it's non-black skin, man, they will let anybody in to just decipher and pilfer. And that's why when things kind of go wrong for them, oh, look what happened. It's really embarrassing. What's happening I think right now with Wendy Williams is really embarrassing. I'll say this. I was speaking about it with a friend of mine, and I was like, wow, okay, even though the sister didn't want to do it, you mean you can tell me you can find maybe someone else to do it, a brother, or maybe one of your colleagues, maybe another black woman attorney? It's like Harvard Creed. If it's a money making opportunity, Harvard Creed is my understanding due to a friend who's in finance. The whole darn family's in finance. What did he say? You don't give it to a guy. Let's say there's a position opening. You don't give it to a guy from Stanford or Pepperdine. Harvard Creed, if it's a money making opportunity, you pass it down to the next Harvard graduate. That's how they operate. We can't even get that down. We got a hood creed. Pass it down to anybody but you, boo. It's time to open up your eyes. What kind of mantle passing down? A mantle of dust. And if you put your trust in it, you're going to be on a sinking ship. Again, it's like two different worlds. I thought about that. Discreet. Want to be loud? Yeah. Hard to get in. Child, not when the money is coming from a black hand. Anybody can get it. Anyway, gotta go. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out. Love you guys.